Speaking of Kim Jong Un and the North Korean regime, there's been some increasing alarm in some corners, particularly over the last few days, about some of the rhetoric that has gone back and forth, both between from Kim Jong Un and from President Trump, and the tweet that he had yesterday about having a bigger nuclear button, one that works. That has alarmed some folks. I'm curious what your view is on that, and what you're hearing also as a member of the Armed Services Committee from members of the military about that issue.
Well, the great news is that a person who's made it very clear about our policies there is our former governor, Nikki Haley, ambassador to the UN. And so she's made it clear all options on the table. And that we must protect the American people, and we have a person in Pyongyang. I'm one of two members of Congress that actually has been to Pyongyang. The other is a dear friend of Roxanne and myself, Elliot Engel of New York. But we've been there, and I saw the oppressive totalitarian regime firsthand. And so I know what a threat it is to American families, and as he boasts an ability to have missiles that could strike the United States, we need to be, I support whatever the president does, a different world, good gosh. With Secretary Jim Mattis as the as the defense secretary, we've got somebody who knows what they're doing. And that is to protect American families, and that's the first issue that should be addressed. And I have absolute faith. I had the opportunity to visit with General Brooks, who is the commander of our forces in Seoul this year, and what an extraordinary individual he is. We've got the best military. To Admiral Harris, I met, who's the head of PACOM. Over and over, I've had the opportunity to work with our military leaders. They are reinvigorated to protect American families.
Would you like to see the president, though, tone down some of those tweets? Do those tweets make the job of Secretary Mattis and those military leaders a little more difficult?
A real challenge is that for the president to get his message out, the way to do it is to jump over the mainstream media, and the way to do that is through tweets.
Even about nuclear war, is that maybe on issues, the economy, on healthcare, that's one thing, but this is obviously these have serious consequences.
Well, and actually he's sending a message to Pyongyang that this is not a benign disagreement of whatever the prior policy was. We now are preparing to defend the American people, to defend the people of South Korea. What an extraordinary country that is. To defend our allies of Japan, the threat that Kim Jong Un, by launching missiles over Japan, the insult that is, but the threat to the people of such an extraordinary ally as Tokyo, it needs to be specifically addressed, and that's what President Trump is doing.